Hello, the purpose of the video today is to take your knowledge of drawing the net of a rectangular prism to calculating the surface area. Remember, we took the three-dimensional prism and drew a net. Remember, the net had 6 faces. So what is surface area? Surface area is the area of the outside of our three-dimensional shapes. For example, how much wrapping paper would we need to wrap a present? Or how many presents could I wrap with this much wrapping paper? Or how much paint do I need to paint my canvas? And those types of questions will be answered with the surface area. For a definition, surface area is the two-dimensional area that covers the outside of a three-dimensional shape. Remember, when we started drawing our nets, we were able to identify the 6 faces of our rectangular prism and draw our net to scale using the dimensions of the three-dimensional prism to draw on the graph paper the correct dimensions here. Now we want to go one step further and be able to label our shapes with the dimension. So we'll follow these steps and we'll end up calculating the surface area of the outside, or the outside area of a three-dimensional shape. So to start with the green face, which looks like the bottom, we would say the dimensions are 8 centimeters by 3 centimeters. So the green face would have a dimension of 8 by 3. Next, we will move on to the right side. The right side base is the teal-colored base and has dimensions of 3 centimeters by 4 centimeters. And the last base to identify could be the front or the back of the base. And the dimensions there are again 8 centimeters by 4 centimeters. Hopefully you can see that 4. I'll put it here also. So now we have each of our bases. Remember, there are 2 matching for rectangular prisms. So 3 pairs of matching bases for rectangular prisms. We have 2 green bases, the top and the bottom. We have 2 orange bases, the front and the back. And 2 teal-colored bases, the right and left. And you've been through this drawing many times. But now we can label the dimensions to use to calculate the area. Now we will calculate the area of each of our 6 bases, starting with one of the orange-colored bases. The dimensions were 8 by 4, which when we calculate area becomes 32 centimeters squared. The other orange base has the same dimensions of 8 by 4, which makes 32 centimeters squared. Next, the green-colored bases had a dimension of 8 by 3, which made 24 centimeters squared. And again, the other green-colored base was 8 by 3, which makes 24 centimeters squared. And last, the 2 teal-colored bases, the right and left, had dimensions of 3 centimeters by 4 centimeters, which equaled 12 centimeters squared. And the same for the other teal-colored base was 3 squares by 4 squares, which was 12 centimeters squared. Now we have the 6 faces with each of their areas. So last step, number 4, will be to add up all of the areas so that we can, in step 5, write the surface area with the correct units. So to figure out the surface area, we need to total up all the areas. So total is going to equal your surface area. So 32 plus 32 and 24 plus 24 and 12 plus 12 equals 64, 48, 24. Then to add all of that, we're going to get 8 plus 4, 12, plus 4 more makes 16, carry the 1, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then in step 5, the correct units are still centimeters squared. So now we have the surface area of our shape, 136 centimeters squared. Now it's time for you to try.